So I've had something running through my mind for Dad, or about Dad. Oh, God bless him. I think he makes things. I need air in that tire. The air compressor's been acting funny too ever since Daniel used it to put the nails in that back deck. All right, give me 1 second. Let me see if I can air this tire up, and then I'm gonna tell you what I have in mind. Well, I said my compressor hadn't been coming on, but it came right on just now, so I don't know. Maybe the last time when I flipped it on, it already had air in it. I guess it already had air in it, and I just thought something was wrong with it because it came on just then. All right, so Dad needs a feed room. I don't know if any of y'all have ever noticed, if he's ever done any videos. Get my glasses on here and get out of here, because I'm gonna run up there. He leaves his feed in the back of his truck, and his truck has that cover over the back end. So when he goes and gets feed and hay, he leaves all the feed and the hay in the back of his truck. And when he wants to feed his goats, whatever, he goes out with his bucket and he pulls feed. I think the bags are I've noticed that he's laced the bags over real gently, and then he rolls them up the end when he don't need it. But when he's ready, he just unrolls it and slides the feed out of his truck and into the bucket. Then he rolls the feed bag back up, closes his truck. And he can't take it anywhere, or pick up anything, or do anything, because he's always got feed and hay back there. And so he'd be, Chia, get up here. Come on. Pay attention what's going on. When he talked about a feed room, he got it back. He's thought about redoing his well house and building a feed room big enough that it would be his feed room, but the well would be, it would encompass the well too. He'd tear the old well house down and build it. Anyway, he hasn't done that either. I told Mom, I said, well, all he's got to do is say something. Hey, it's not like, how many times, I'm just going to throw it out there just the way it is, because this is the kind of stuff he'll say, well, I don't want to bother nobody. But he didn't mind bothering me to put a new toilet in, and he didn't mind bothering me to pull the bathtub out and put a shower in. I mean, he don't mind bothering me when he has plumbing that needs to be redone. So you can't my point is that he can't use that excuse. He didn't want to bother. Hi, babies. Hi, loves. I've got to get Daniel to brush hog this field. I guess basically when I gave this piece of property to Buddy and staff, I gave them everything from down there at the road all the way back, because it was this whole strip from the road to right here. There's a fence running right there. But they really didn't need all this because it's unused space. She had goats for a little while. She built that goat house, then she got rid of her goat. Well, Lester ended up with she sold all of her bucks, all of her boy goats. Gave Lester the females. So, I don't know. But they don't come back here. They don't use this, and it needs to be. I mean, I know the goats are eating on it, but the higher it gets, they're more susceptible to worms. And also, it's just tougher. As it gets taller, it's tougher to eat. Anyway, back to Dad. So he can't use that excuse. He didn't want to bother us, or he didn't want to ask, because he asks when he'll ask. So I'm going to go. I was thinking about his carport. If he took, his carport's pretty wide. I think it's It's either 8 or 10 foot wide. It might be wider than that. If he took just 4 foot of it, so it'd be across the back and 4 foot in. 4 foot will hold, hay is only 3 foot. Those, hay bales. We don't, he uses round bales for the cows and stuff, but he'll use little square bales and alfalfa for his goats. So they would easily, look where his truck is parked. That's a big carport. It holds, they're using the one middle section now for packages. His truck's full. It's pretty deep. I don't know how deep it is. But it's almost all of a slab. I don't know. No, his side may not be a slab. It may just be rock. But from that corner to that middle post over there, if we walled that in, but left the door on the back side, and then 4 foot from this post, come this way 4 foot, that would be an actually big feed room for just his goat feed and some bales of hay during the wintertime. And his truck, the back end already sticks out. So the back end would stick out more, but most of the whole front of his truck would be inside. And we could do a slider door, especially on this side. We could do a slider, like a slider barn door. That way it wouldn't have to swing in or out. And he could literally back his truck right up to it. In fact, look. See that? Look at this. I know that don't look very big. Maybe this is not big enough. If you was to say from here to here, then a wall comes down. Just go. I don't know where he's at. He must be inside the house. Turn my key off. I'll wear my battery down. I don't know what that is. I'm going to measure this. That's a 4x4. This is a landscape timber. Just hook to that. You always never can get something one-handed to help you. Get in there and catch something. Catch it, catch it. All right, it's just barely caught it. All right, look at this. That's 10 foot to that edge of that board. 10 foot long. 10 foot long. I say 4. I don't know if that's 4. He probably put them joists 3 foot apart. I'm gonna see. He used 2x6s, so he went a little bit further than normally we do every 2 foot joist. He went a little further. Let me see if I can see what that is without my tape. I didn't bring my good tape. Yeah, look at that. I don't know, can y'all see that? That's almost 4 foot. This whole section right here, I'm in this section. I'm in here. I would call this his feed room. And he could have from this joist to the floor, the wall, and have a sliding door. Barn door that slides this way. So he can back his truck in and pull his stuff right off it out into it. But then when he's out here feeding up and he's coming from his goats, he just come right here and open a metal exterior door. Go in and get what he needs and come back out. I'm gonna go run this by him. See what he says. Honey, Chia, come on. It's quiet around here. I think it would be a good, there's their little well house. He says it needs to be redone. It's short. You have to crawl up inside of it. You know what? But that would be a simple little project that takes us a couple hours one afternoon to redo that. But to actually build something with, there's a meter. He's got a meter pole there and everything. I would say just build a little taller shed over the well and be done with that. And I think I have a good idea. He may shut me down. Y'all gonna hear it right now. Hello? Pause. What y'all watching? Can you pause? Dadgum, it was like for people that are Can't hear.
Hey.
You know why? Because we had the radio on. I was putting a new radio in there. It was so loud.
Yeah, it's loud. I can hear the radio and the TV. It
So
just
instead of getting
makes.
up to turn the radio down, we just turn it.
All right, well, let me turn this down so it doesn't interfere. I do not know how. You don't know how to turn it down either? I found it. I found it. It don't look new. Where'd you get it? Resale shop?
No, it came from my bedroom.
Oh, you said it was new. Like just new to the kitchen.
No, just new to the kitchen.
All right, Dad.
Why are you filming me? What have I
Because
done?
this is about you.
Oh, gosh.
Dad.
What?
I have been racking my brain since yesterday afternoon for something to help you out.
Help me?
Yeah. Because you need a feed room.
I don't. What you got? What you got?
I don't got something. It's something we can do.
All right, let's hear it.
But you got to put your shoes on. It'll take us about 5 minutes, Daddy. Daddy.
Get up and go out for 5 minutes.
All right.
All right.
Camera on.
Oh, I will.
How far we gotta walk?
Right here to the carport.
Well, we can't use a carport.
Daddy, would you come on? Stop being so negative.
I left a bale of hay there once and got in trouble.
Dad. So, your carport, the one where your black truck is
Oh, what's what I gotta do with my black truck?
Dad. This carport is 10 foot. I already measured. From that pole to this pole is 10 foot.
Okay.
From this 2x6 to this 2x6 is 4.
Okay.
We take it and frame this in. Just this 10x4.
Okay.
We put a slider here. It don't have to open in or out. We took a real barn door slider and slide across. And on that side right there, we put a door that enters and exits, like a metal door that you would have for, you know, back door or whatever, metal door. When you back in your truck, you just bring everything and slide it right, slide that over, slide everything off, close the door.
Good idea, Kim. You know, you don't very seldom have good ideas.
Okay, you're on video.
Well, I mean, they know. Those people know. And, all right.
I think that would be a really good idea. And I just said, your truck already, even from front to back, sticks out about 3 foot back there outside the carport. So even when there's a little 4 foot, that's just going to be, your whole front will still be under.
Yeah, that's all I care about.
You know, it'll just be your back sticking out.
Yeah.
But this will make it so easy. You back in, stop, drag everything off into it. And I'm telling you right now, I just was telling Mom, as much as I love that shed because we drug it around and it was free, I use about a 3 foot section of it the entire.
Oh, yeah, this would hold my feet.
And hey, you could literally, during times when you've got bales for, like, I don't know how often you buy square bales or alfalfa, but it would just stack right up this wall.
Yeah. That's a good idea, Kim.
And it wouldn't take very much. We could put a floor in it. If it's only 4 foot wide, we could just slap a piece of plywood down, like 2 sheets of plywood.
You know what plywood costs? $50 a sheet.
Okay, well then we could also check out the price of corral boards.
No, that's fine. That's a good.
I
idea.
think that would be a good idea.
I think we'll do it when it gets winter time. It's too hot right now.
Or fall.
Or fall.
Yeah, when you start getting ready to bring in a few bales of hay,
Yeah.
and because I know your big bales go out for but your goats, don't you feed them little bales?
Yeah.
Yeah, so you need a little, I think that would be perfect. And it's already roofed. We just need a floor and walls.
I hadn't thought about it, Kim. I'll be honest with you. You amaze me sometimes.
Well, I was just trying to think what would be the easiest thing for you that you don't have to build. Because I was looking at your well house. Yeah, make it a little taller if you want a taller well house.
Well, I've got
But
to.
you've got a meter loop right there. So it's going to be real hard unless you come this way with a feed room.
Yeah.
You know, off to the left of it.
This seriously would be better because I can back right up to it. I ain't got to transfer feed to my mule to go out there.
Right.
You know, it'd be one time just unloading. It's a good idea, baby.
Yeah, and your truck wouldn't stick out, but just 4 more feet than what it already is sticking out.
it
It'd be
don't
it'd be just mostly your whole bed. This all would be under.
Yeah. That's the main part about the carport is my cab under the shed so it don't get hot. You know,
Right,
when
yeah,
get it
I know.
where it ain't burning hot.
And then it'll be empty, and when you're ready to go, it'll be ready to go.
You hear her idea?
Uh-huh.
Y'all hear that horn? Oh, they shut it off. When I come out of the driveway, I thought somebody was honking at me. Anyway, I'm just now realizing that their alarm is going off. So Dad went for my idea. How awesome is that? That means no more of him having to leave his feed and stuff in the back of his truck. And it is way better than him building a new well house that encompasses a new feed room that encompasses the well house, because that defeats the purpose of him having to drag feed around. I know how, 50-pound bags of feed is hard. I'm still able to do it. I throw it over my shoulder and I go, but I know how hard it is. And, Dad's in his 70s. He doesn't need to be lifting 50-pound bags of feed over his shoulder or any other way. So if he can back right in and just drag it off into that room, that would be awesome. And he, wouldn't have to because if they built a new well house that was big enough to have a feed room in it, he would have to unload his feed into his mule and then drive his mule over and unload. So he's unloading his truck into the mule, and then he's unloading his mule into a feed house. This just stops at least one of those steps. So it's going to be awesome. I'm so glad he went for it. So, all right. I guess I'm going to get on in the house. I'm waiting for Elora to get here. Buddy and Steph sent me a message and wanted to know, could Connor and Elora hang out tonight? So I wasn't for sure. Does that mean sleepover? Usually when he says hang out, he makes it sound like it's just going to be for a couple hours, but it actually turns into a sleepover, which is fine. You know me, I don't care. But I'm pretty sure Connor's going to be with Lex, because Lex is home for the weekend. They don't get him for the summer yet. I think in July they get him for the summer. Anyway, I'm going to shut this off. Me and Honey Boo Boo, going to go in the house, get some tea. We're going to go in the house and get some tea, honey. We'll go in and get some tea. You look silly. I gotta sneeze. Achoo! Achoo! All right. That's good. All right, guys. Love y'all, and I will see y'all later. God bless you.